Okay, picking up where we left off, we were talking about, when I left off, I was talking about this guy had come up to me and said carrying a gun he thought was a hobby. Now, before I get into that, I do want to say, guys, if you don't hear anything else in this video, listen to this right here. There's been a couple of other channels that have pulled this up, and I think this is very, very important. I was watching Burrs the other day. I watched one of his channels, one of his videos on his channel. Burrs is one of our resident thinkologists. He makes you think. He's got some very good videos out there. I recommend him if you have not seen him. I will link to him down in the description too. And this video, as a matter of fact. But he was talking about the proposed boycott on Starbucks. Now guys, if you don't hear anything else, let's hear this. There's a group out there called the National Gun Victims Action Council, or the NGAC. I think it should probably be called the National Gay-Ass Cocksuckers. But they are proposing a boycott of Starbucks on February 14th in opposition of their of allowing people to carry firearms in their establishments in states that allow carry. If you're in a state that allows open carry, then Starbucks will allow you. You can open carry in Starbucks. It's well known. They enforce the local policies and local laws. So if your local law says you can, then they have no problem with it. And there's this group of these dumbasses out here, anti-gunners, anti-American, American-hating people. I don't care what you are. You don't love your rights. You hate them. We're not going to discuss that either. But they want to take your rights away from you. They want to make Starbucks take your rights away. So they think that if they boycott them, it's going to make a big difference. So I'm proposing this. Every gun owner in America go to Starbucks on February 14th and buy a freaking cup of coffee. There's other channels out there that have mentioned this. I think Dave over at AZ1911 fan, another excellent channel. I think he said something about it. He's got a Twitter account. He's going to tweet on it. So if you Twitter, look him up. He'll remind you of it the day ahead of time. I'll make another video reminding you of that. I'll mention it. I'll comment. I think if pick this thing up, guys, and go viral. If you make videos, mention it in your video. If you make comments, make it in your comments. Let's circumvent their dadgum boycott, and let's make Starbucks have a record day that day just to piss them off. So that's my proposal. Everybody buy a cup of coffee on February 14th. There's a Starbucks on the way in where I work. I have not been in Starbucks in 3 years, but I will buy a cup of coffee that morning, I guarantee you. So let's do that, and let's show these people that you want to boycott, we can boycott them. Maybe that's a good way to put it. Anyway, moving on. And I am using the new camera, so I will do a video after this one kind of explaining what this camera is, if you're interested in that. So hopefully this will come out okay. First video with the new cam. It is a camcorder, and so we're going to go with see how she looks. As I mentioned, the last time we were here, I mentioned that there was a guy that told me he thought carrying a gun was a hobby. And you guys jumped all over it. Fantastic comments in that last video too, guys. Hopefully that'll happen this time too. So, let me tell you a little bit about how that came about. I was in one of my gun stores, and I was looking in the cabinet and just window shopping because I'm not in a position to buy another gun right at the moment. But I was just looking around, and there was a guy standing next to me. We were chatting about some other things, and there were some business cards out there, a bunch of different things, concealed carry classes and whatnot. And he said, that's a guy I got my concealed carry license from right there. He pointed at one of the cards. I said, really, how long you been carrying? He said, I've had my license for about 3 years, but I only carry every now and then. It's kind of a hobby to me. I mean, I'm never going to use it. I'm like, so I think my exact words was, I don't think carrying a gun's a hobby. And he goes, well, really it is, because you're never going to use it around here. Maybe in a high crime area, but let's be realistic. I don't care what people say. You're never going to use it in a calm area. Well, I knew where that was going to go if I'd stayed in that conversation, so I bowed out and had to get back to work anyway. It's like, well, okay, good to meet you. See you later. And I got to thinking about it, guys. How the hell can carrying a gun be a hobby? Despite the fact that what he said was BS about carrying, that only people in high crime areas need to carry. Despite that being complete total BS, how the hell could this be a hobby? Now, this is a hobby. Making videos, shooting guns, collecting guns, putting airplanes together, reading. That's a hobby. But how can carrying a gun be a hobby? It can't. There's no way. It is a way of life. And a lot of you guys picked up on that and just nailed it home. It is a way of life. No way in hell is it a hobby. And so I was just floored by it. Okay, I'm back. I had to find that list, guys. Sorry, but it's an excellent list. It's actually part of an article that was written by an old boy by the name of John Farnham. And basically he says, and he nails it off, and I think about everybody would agree with this: I carry a gun because I'm too young to be murdered and too old to suffer a crippling injury at the hands of a violent criminal. And here's some of the reasons that he does carry. I don't carry armed because I harbor a secret desire to kill people any more than I wear a seatbelt while driving because I have some compulsive desire to become involved in an accident. I don't carry a gun so I can scare people. I carry a gun because the world is a scary place. I don't carry a gun as a delusional response to imaginary threats. I carry a gun so I can deal effectively with real threats. I don't carry a gun because I'm evil. I carry a gun because I've already seen more evil than I ever wanted to. I can contest to that. I don't carry a gun because I hate government. I carry a gun because I've seen how woefully limited and impotent all governments are. And boy, that's a freaking truth. I don't carry a gun because I'm angry. I carry a gun so that I want to spend the rest of my life, my shortened life, being angry with myself for being naively unprepared. I don't carry a gun because I'm a cowboy. I carry a gun because when I die of old age and go to heaven, I want to be a cowboy. I don't carry a gun because I love doing it. I carry a gun because I love life. And that's one right there that I think is one of the most important ones. So guys, a lot of people that love to get behind this thing of, well, the police are there, all you got to do is call the police. Look, guys, the police are charged with a general duty to investigate suspicious circumstances and identify and apprehend and charge criminals. And that happens really after they have already arrested them. Their job, in a nutshell, is to find and arrest criminals after the crime's already been done. It's not to protect you. That is your responsibility. Okay? So citizen protection is and will always remain a general term. Police do the best they can, but they're never, ever, ever, ever tasked with the duty to provide absolute protection for you. That's up to you. Bottom line is you're on your own when it comes to that. And that's why I carry a gun. I carry a gun because I refuse to be a victim. I carry a gun because I am going to do whatever I deem necessary to protect myself and my family and my property. And I carry a gun because it is my Second Amendment right to do so. Okay? Now, right now, the laws of the land, or where I live right now, require me to have a permit. And as I said, we'll get into that in another time because I have a different opinion on that than a lot of you guys do. But I have that permit. I invested the time into it and the effort to go get it and the money. And most concealed carriers I have found that do that are pretty bright characters. A lot of people out there are like, well, most of the people that I know that carry guns are, they're just compensating because they don't have a big dick. Yeah, you're compensating for something, all right, but it's not because of that. I know guys, over 100 people personally, I know that carry on a daily basis. Whenever I see them, I know they're packing. And I don't know a damn one of them that have the attitude of, well, I'm a Johnny Badass because I carry a gun. Now, I'm not saying they're not out there, but I'm saying I don't know any like that. So, the bottom line is you carry for your protection. You carry for the protection of your family, your friends. And so that's what it means to me to carry a gun. It means to me that I'm going to do whatever is necessary to protect myself and my family. Okay? And as I have mentioned many times before, it's the very last thing you want to do. I can tell you that from experience. You do not want to do this unless you absolutely have to. Because once you pull this thing, you got to be prepared to legally defend your freedom. Just letting you know that ahead of time too. We're going to get into that on the next vid. So this is really kind of short and to it, guys. What do you guys think? I mean, in what ways and what exactly does it mean to you to carry a gun? Why do you do it? What's it mean to you to carry a gun? That's my question to you. Let's get some comments going there. Guys, we'll pick up from there next time around. Well, actually, I'll do a video on this camera. So far, guys, I'm really liking this thing. Hopefully it'll come out okay this time, and we'll see what happens next time around. I'm really kind of still giddy about having it, so I hope it looks good. So that's the question to you guys. Have a good night. See you down the road. Later.